Last time you met Emily, the girl who vanished after Liily appeared in her dreams. Her disappearance shocked the small town of Brookhaven. Police searched, reporters swarmed. Her family begged for answers. But no one could explain how a 16-year-old girl simply vanished from her locked bedroom. No one. Except her best friend, Claire, because Claire knew the truth. She knew Liily wasn't finished. Part 1. The first whispers a week after Emily disappeared. Claire was walking home from school. The streets were unusually quiet, the kind of silence that makes you feel watched. That's when she heard it, a whisper, low, broken. Carried on the wind, it sounded like Emily. Claire. She spun around. No one was there, just the empty street. She walked faster. The whispers followed. Claire, don't sleep. Her stomach dropped. She didn't tell anyone. Not her parents, not her friends, but she knew. Emily was trying to warn her. Part 2. The shadow in the school. The next day, Claire tried to distract herself at school, but during gym class she saw it. At the far end of the hall, beyond the lockers, a shadow moved. Not a student, not a teacher. Too tall, too thin. Limbs bending wrong, like joints didn't exist. Claire froze. The shadow lingered for a moment, then slid behind a corner. When she ran to check, nothing was there. But on the floor, someone had scratched a single word into the tiles. Liily. Part 3. The sleepover terrified, Claire begged her cousin Hannah to stay over that night. They stayed up late, watching movies, eating junk food, trying to laugh away the fear. But around midnight, Claire dozed off. She dreamed she was standing in her own hallway. The house was silent, too silent. From the darkness, she heard the creak of floorboards, slow, deliberate. Then a figure appeared, tall, slender, face hidden in shadow. Liily. She didn't move. She didn't speak. But Hannah, who was asleep right beside Claire in the real world, suddenly sat up in the dream, her eyes wide open, her voice trembling. "She's here," Claire screamed herself awake. But when she opened her eyes, Hannah was still sitting up, her eyes wide, her lips whispering, "She's here, she's here, she's here." Part 4. The hospital. The next morning, Hannah didn't remember anything, but Claire refused to ignore it. She went to the local hospital, desperate to find records, any information about Emily's last night. That's when she discovered something chilling. Emily wasn't the first. In the archives, buried under years of dust, Claire found reports of other teens missing, all from Brookhaven. All vanished from their homes. All claiming before they disappeared that a tall, silent woman was haunting their dreams. And in the margins of one old report, a doctor had scribbled 3 words. Liily is real. Part 5. The final warning that night, Claire refused to sleep. She kept every light on. She played loud music. She drank coffee until her hands shook, but sometime after 3, she blinked. Just for a second, and she woke up standing in her hallway. The lights were gone. The music was silent. And at the far end of the hall, Liily was waiting. Claire's legs wouldn't move. Her throat burned. She tried to scream, but her voice was gone. Lily's head tilted, slow and unnatural, and then Claire heard it. Emily's voice, whispering, right behind her ear. "Run." Claire's story ends there. Her parents woke the next morning to find her bedroom empty, no forced entry. No signs of struggle, just the faint sound of whispers in the hall. They say if you dream of Liily once, she's only visiting. If you dream of her twice, she's choosing. But if you dream of her 3 times, you don't wake up. So tonight, when you close your eyes, remember Claire. Remember Emily. And if you hear whispers in your hallway, don't look. Don't move. And don't listen. Because Liily never whispers to strangers. Only to the ones she wants.